Good morning. I am Rhonda Buttery and I'm here from Esoteric Technologies, and today we're going to be looking at the new feature, Export Calendar from AstroGold MAC. Going to start with a natal chart. Now don't worry, I'm using a fictitious chart here, so there's no security issues. And I'm going to start by clicking on Dynamic. And we'll use today transits, progressions, and directions for 1 year. When we're creating these dynamic tasks, we get the option to set a start date and a time duration. I never bother with that because when we're using these sets, we get the option to set our start date and to set our duration for the report. Just remember though, for exporting calendar, it will not export dates previous to today. I don't know if changing the date on your computer will trick it. I have used that for 1 or 2 things before, but generally it will not export 4 times earlier than today. If I want to change the location, I just click on the location pin and I've got the choice of the natal location, the default home location for my computer, or any other place on the planet. So I've checked I've got the right chart, I've got the right location, we've got the time frame we want, and now I'm ready to click Run. And you'll see down the bottom of the window, the progress bar will indicate what is happening. First, it will generate the transits, then the progressions, then the directions. So you'll see it run across 3 times, although one of them is very short. When it's finished calculating all of that, you'll see your report in the dynamic listing window. There we are. Mine is sorted by date. You can tell that by the little arrow here, but you can sort it by any heading simply by clicking on it. Date suits me fine for today's purposes. You're probably all familiar with this little export button. This is how you save something as an image, export it to the printer, export it to a PDF, or send it by email or messenger. I'm going to click on that today, and it's giving me the option to send to calendar. I get to choose which calendar I want to use. And I've got, you'll see here, it will choose my home, my work, create a new calendar, or any other calendar that I have got in my iCalendar program. Today, I'm going to create a new calendar. And I suggest you do that at least until you become more familiar with the program. If you use your electronic calendar as your general workaday programmer, calendar, event manager, you might find that adding a whole lot of astrology transits either a bit overwhelming or a bit confusing. So until you're used to it and decide exactly what you want in your everyday calendar, I suggest you run with a new one. So we've selected new calendar. Now we're going to select, and we've got different options. So if you're using a same calendar, you can append the events, you can replace the events, you can clear the events. We've got the option to include interpretations text, which I think is useful. And we've also got the option to set the event notification time. I've got 30 minutes set. I think when I first opened it, the default was 0, but I added it to 30 minutes. So here we go. We're going to, now it's already telling me that there's something open. So I might just replace clear existing events. Okay, so now the calendar's clear. And now we're going to add new events to my new calendar and save it as an iCalendar file. And it will open. You can save this calendar anywhere you want, but the program has opened to my default location for AstroGold, which is iCloud AstroGold. There's AstroGold open here, and here is my calendar file. Those of you who've worked with me before know that I like to put an underscore at the beginning of the file name that I've got so I know it's mine and I'm safe to edit it or delete it if I want. Now, if we're doing calendar exports for clients and friends, we want to name them so we know what they are. This one's for Mary. And I'm also going to put the date in case I want to do other calendars in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and I might want to keep them separately. Ready to go, save. And now my calendar file is saved. So, okay, it's now saved. And now I'm going to go back to Finder. When it's ready. And here we've got iCloud, AstroGold. So sorting by date created, I can see now I've got my calendar here. There we go, AstroGold. And there's my calendar for Mary. I was too fast. There we are, AstroGold Mary, March 2023. From here, I can do what I want with it. See, I've got an export button here, so I can email it straight from here. But I want to open it and have a look at it. So I'm going to double click on the calendar or click open. And now it's going to open my electronic calendar on the pad eventually. And here we go. Now pay attention here. You must read your dialog boxes when they pop up. Do I want to add this to my home calendar? No, I don't. I want to add it to a new calendar. Okay. And now it's importing the calendar data. And then it will open my calendar and we'll see the data imported. Now you'll see here, I was already playing with this before. So AstroGold already has a calendar in here. And you'll see now here is Mary's calendar. So if I decide I don't want that calendar anymore, I can 2-finger click and delete it. And anything that's in that calendar will delete. And now I've got my AstroGold calendar for Mary, and we can see tomorrow there's a Jupiter aspect. Double click on that, transiting Jupiter, sesquiquadrate, natal Mars. And we've got the time and the date. It will alert me 30 minutes beforehand. And here's a paragraph about that event. So isn't that cool? Because I've entered this as a separate calendar, if I decide, no, I don't want that, or I don't want it in my calendar, I simply right the 2-finger click on here, and then I can choose delete, and the whole calendar will disappear. Yes, delete. So now you can see all our calendar events from AstroGold are gone. If I had saved that into my home calendar and I wanted to delete it, I'd have to go through and delete every item individually. So even if you're working in your main calendar, you can turn it on or off from your calendar app. So that's it for today. Enjoy playing with your software and your new feature. And if you're wanting to know more about finding your way around AstroGold or any of our software for that matter, do remember we run classes every month for the software, and you'll find the schedules for that on the ESOTech website, on the AstroTech website, and on the Facebook groups for both ESOTech, AstroGold tools, and also for my Rhonda Buttery AstroTech Facebook group. So enjoy playing with your software, and I'll catch up with you another time. Goodbye.